And now here's some political news. Congress leader Digvijay Singh created a stir by praising the organizational strength of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, an organization that Congress has long opposed ideologically. Now sharing a black and white photograph from social media platform that showed Narendra Modi seated on the ground while a BJP veteran Lal Krishna Advani sat on a chair in the background. Singh acknowledged how RSS shapes leadership within the organization. He pointed to the image as an example of how a grassroots worker from the RSS and Jan Sangh rose to become the Prime Minister of the country. The BJP, of course, was quick to latch on to Singh's remarks to hit out at the Congress, saying that his praise was in fact an open dissent against Rahul Gandhi's leadership.
मुझे लगता है ये कांग्रेस का अंदरूनी मामला है, उसमें कोई बहुत महत्वपूर्ण बात नहीं है। आपने जो सवाल किया इस पे मुझे एक चीज और ध्यान आ गई। राहुल गांधी जी की समझ पे सवाल दिग्विजय सिंह जी ने नहीं उठाया है। बराक ओबामा ने अपनी किताब द प्रॉमिस लैंड में चैप्टर नंबर 24 में लिखा है, एंड आई कोट, राहुल गांधी हैज अ नर्वस अनइन्फॉर्म्ड क्वालिटी अबाउट हिम एज इफ ही वर ए स्टूडेंट who's done the coursework and was eager to impress the teacher but deep down lacked either the aptitude or the passion to master the subject. यानी वो एक ऐसे छात्र की तरह हैं जो अपने टीचर को प्रभावित करने की छटपटाहट में बहुत कुछ भाव भंगिमा तो दिखा रहा है, पर वास्तविक ज्ञान और गंभीरता का उसमें अभाव है। अब यहां पर मैं एक और बात कहना चाहता हूं। भाई साहब, यूएस प्रेसिडेंट किसी के बारे में अगर ओपिनियन बनाता है तो ये यूएस में बहुत डाउन द लाइन आर्काइव्स में जाता है। उसके बाद यूएस में उनको बुलाया जा रहा है बड़ी बड़ी यूनिवर्सिटीज के द्वारा। ये अपने आप में आश्चर्यजनक नहीं लगता आपको? मतलब ये तो अमेरिकन सिस्टम के लिए मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, उनके लिए एक फूड फॉर थॉट है मेरा, एंड आई वांट टू पुट फॉर ए फूड फॉर थॉट फॉर अमेरिकन एस्टैब्लिशमेंट। इफ योर प्रेसिडेंट हैज दिस टाइप ऑफ ओपिनियन अबाउट ए पर्सन, then how he can be allowed and how he was invited for Ivy League universities to give a objective view, and the view can be considered objective. This questions the objectivity and neutrality of the entire foreign visits of Rahul Gandhi.
Now, given the backlash, Singh, however, later backtracked, saying he only talked about the organization and its strength, not the BJP or the RSS, as he was staunchly against the two.
आपको गलत फहमी है। हाँ। मैंने तारीफ की है संगठन की। मैं आरएसएस और मोदी जी का घोर विरोधी हूँ। मैंने संगठन की तारीफ की है और मैं आरएसएस का और मोदी जी का, उनकी नीतियों का घोर विरोधी था, हूँ और रहूंगा।
आपने भी तो संगठन को लेकर काफी सारे सवाल उठाए। आपने कहा राहुल गांधी को कन्विंस करना बहुत मुश्किल है।
जी एक बात सुनिए, जो मुझे कहना था मैंने CWC की बैठक में कह दिया। ठीक है
सर, आपको सोशल मीडिया पर लिखने की क्या जरूरत पड़ी इतने वरिष्ठ नेता को? क्या लीडरशिप वरिष्ठ नेताओं की भी नहीं सुनती है?
नहीं, संगठन को मजबूत करना, उसका तारीफ करना क्या बुरी बात है?
See, Congress has got a habit of washing their dirty.
And now, viewers, the big question is, did Digvijay Singh just acknowledge the RSS organizational strength, or did he cross a political line within the Congress?
Congress has got a habit of washing their dirty linen in public time and time again, and this is not the first time their leaders' discontent has been made public. In fact, when I was going through the list of people who recently left the Congress party, they could have joined any other political organization or gone independent, but they all had the same complaint, and the complaint was that Rahul Gandhi is neither available, not traceable sometimes, and he's not interested in getting opinion from the ground up from other trusted people, other trusted leaders in his party. And that is the core reason for the downfall of Congress. Now, it is their internal matter, but if you are going to externalize your internal fights, you're inviting the entire world to comment upon it.
There is a long list of people who've left, whether it's spokespersons, MPs, ministers, and that is what you have to see, that the Congress party did have a lot of people who perhaps were not ideologically as committed to the party, which is what the party is working on right now, that giving positions of power to people who are ideologically committed. We have all heard stories of a certain person leaving the Congress party for the BJP because they wanted to retain a Lutyens bungalow, a certain person leaving because they wanted a palace dispute ruled in their favor, somebody leaving because they had an ED raid on them, somebody leaving because they were giving X amount of money. Of course, when you are in power, you can induct people into your fold. Let's not forget the incident of Ashok Tawar. One moment he's giving a stage at a BJP stage. Hours later, he shares a Congress stage. Why? Because he thought that in Haryana, Congress is going to come to victory. Ashok Tawar is no small leader. Udit Raj was a member of parliament from the BJP. He left. Savitribai Phule. There's a long list of people who've left the BJP as well. Navjot Singh Sidhu, Kirti Azad, who have left the BJP and come to the Congress. But right now, because the BJP is in power, you'd have more people leaving the Congress to go into the BJP.
Congress has basically, several Congress leaders have acknowledged the strength of the RSS in the past. And of course, the ideological differences remain. Just one last point. The RSS has also paid the same way.
Okay.
In 1971, RSS passed 2 resolutions in which they praised Indira Gandhi, they backed Indira Gandhi, saying that whatever you will do as Prime Minister of India, we will basically, participate, or we will basically back you up. And one last thing. In 1965, when a war with India and Pakistan broke out, Pandit Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, he immediately called an all-party meeting. The only non-political person who was invited there was